What is happening? It's time for some free live tarot readings. Waiting for people to join at this point. Oh, we finished the death card today. The death card? Yeah, we finished the death card today, so it's looking pretty good. It's looking all right. It's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. All right, hanging out till everyone joins. Have some water. I think that'd be a great idea. We go. How's everyone's Thursday? Tomorrow is Friday. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this weekend and just sort of hanging out this weekend. What is everybody doing this weekend? Are you not locked down anymore? Are you able to actually go outside? Julie, Afra, Kayla, what is going on? Bartman, hey, how are you doing? How is it going, everyone? How is your Thursday going so far? Is it pretty good? Is everyone locked down still? Goddess, what is going on? How are you? All right, let's see, what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to go to CM, welcome. How are you doing? All right, let's turn monetization on and all that good stuff. There we go. Cool. This weekend, Saturday at noon, we have how to create your own tarot deck. It's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. How can you be a better movie reviewer? So you have that Siskel and Ebert thing going on? Fun One's King. Hello, what's going on? When will I move to a different apartment? Can you pull for me? I've been anxious. Let's try out the different apartment. Well, greetings from Atlanta. Well, greetings back from Texas. How are you doing? Natasha and Amanda. Hey, how is it going? All right, let's see, the extended stay-at-home order until college, the extended stay-at-home order again, it feels like solitary confinement. That's no good. Margaret, welcome. Hey, Margaret, thanks for being my new Patreon supporter. I appreciate you. All right, so let's see, what's next? So let's try out Goddess moving to a new apartment. New apartment. This is the 20th time they've extended it, yeah? So you're in a blue state, right? You're in a blue state, CM? I forgot, you think you told me before, but yeah, if you're in a blue state, you're going to be locked down for a bit. Locked down for a little bit. Meanwhile, in Texas, I can get my hair cut tomorrow. Tomorrow I can get my hair cut. I've been going to restaurants. I've been going places and doing things. It's pretty relaxing over here, I have to say. Speaking of relaxing, let's check out the Playful Heart Tarot. And let's see, there's the alert box. There's the tower cam. Where in the world did the chat box go? Oh, the chat box is on, but it just doesn't display until I click it. Okay, I don't know why it does that. My Accurate Psychic Readings, the best name ever. Hey, how are you doing? Chantel, welcome. Julissa, welcome as well. Georgia is opening up, but we're a red state, so they're trying to open everything so they can get people off unemployment. That's true. So is it true that the unemployment will pay you an extra $600 a week? Is that true? So you get unemployment and then you get an extra $600 a week? Is what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not because I'm not on unemployment, but that is a nice hunk of change if that's true. That is not bad at all. $600 a week. I mean, that's a pretty good unemployment extra there, in addition to the unemployment. But that's what I heard on the radio. So I have no idea. I have no idea. Wolf, hello. What's going on? Monica, hello as well. Sure, Monica, go ahead and ask your question. By the way, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. Hermit, what is going on? Let's see. All right, so we're looking at moving. The Ace of Swords is pretty good. I think we have communication about moving. The Magician, I think you have a capability to move, and I think you do actually end up getting moved and all of that other stuff. If you're looking for timing, not right now. It seems that we're sort of collecting resources. We're trying to get things out and about. Brianna, thank you for hanging out. What's going on? The Four of Pentacles says we need resources. We're sort of hanging out. We're still in the planning stages, and we're trying to get everything sort of coordinated and, trying to get everything coordinated and moving as far as the moving is concerned. The Ace of Swords, I think you have some messages soon about this. CM, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. CM's locked down. I'm so sorry, CM. That's terrible. Chantel, what's going on? The Ace of Swords says soon. I would say the next couple of weeks, you're going to get some messages related to moving, get some opportunities sort of out there, and that gives you sort of the power or the capability to get that move in, right? The Magician, we have control over everything. We're the mastery of the tools, the elements, and things like that. So the Magician points to sort of this level of control over the situation where we're sort of getting comfortable again. And we're going to get rocking with that. So the Magician says, yeah, it's coming pretty soon. Again, we have messages about that, I'll say, in the next couple of weeks. The Knight of Cups says we get moved, and we really sort of like the place that we move to. So I think you're going to be able to get moved. I think things are going to be looking up, and I would look for a couple of weeks where the messages are starting, and then the coordination sort of warms up with that stuff. But after that, I think it sort of picks up. It sort of picks up pretty quickly. So it's pretty good there. All right. Yeah, CM's in a swing state, but it's swinging. It's swinging blue apparently right now because you're staying home. All right. Let's see about decks. And this will be the Anna K, by the way. Where is my Anna K button? I had an Anna K. There it is. Anna K. This is the original Anna K from Anna K herself. Man, shipping anything overseas takes like a month. Takes like a solid month. AM, hey, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. Appreciate you hanging out with us. And Wolfie snuck in. What is up, Wolfie? So good to see you as well. Hello. How are you doing on this Thursday? Is everyone excited about Friday? Friday is tomorrow. This weekend, I'm going to try to burn out 4 tarot cards. Do you think I can do it? Does everyone have confidence in me? Try to burn out 4 of those things? Because that is a lot of work. Speaking of tarot cards, by the way, check out what I did today. I got death done. So we got death done. We did the horse digitally, but yeah. So we got, we got the people on the ground, and then we got Death himself, and then we got sort of that action in the background there and the wall and all that stuff. So anyway, so that's Death, most of it. That's most of it. So let me know if you don't like the digital horse, and I'll change it. Cause I'm a bit iffy on that digital horse. So if you look at it and you're like, that's disgusting, then let me know. Then let me know, and I'll change it to the standard death horse. I'm really on the fence with that. Speaking of on the fence, CM, Michelle, welcome, and Selma and Debbie joined as well. Thank everyone for hanging out with me tonight. It is a beautiful Thursday night, and it's looking really nice outside. It's nice and cool at night and all that stuff. East Channel, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? All right, so we're looking for CM to give CM some good news because they're locked down forever. CM is locked down for the rest of their life. Let's see. Locked down forever. Let's see what's going to happen there. Horse wasn't that good. All right, so we got 1 vote for fix the horse. It's actually not that difficult because what I would do is I'd get another piece of paper and I'd do the horse. And then I would take a picture of that and then merge it with the original. And so there we go. There we go. I could do that. It's Friday morning. There you go. You got a head start. You have a head start. All right. So the devil says we're sort of stuck within home. We're sort of stuck within these situations. You do have that feel. We do have that feel. I think that you're going to be able to get out of the house after the lockdown is over. I think the lockdown is actually lifted a little bit before that it's expected. The 3 points to, sort of getting out, getting new things going and new adventures as well. I think it's sort of an opportunity for you to find some new adventures that you can do sort of at home as well, right? So you can get online and you can do some creation stuff. You could do some things, some hobbies and things like that, and sort of dive into that and do that online. I think that's going to be something that will sort of keep you busy and get you excited about all that stuff as well. So I think, well, the 10 says that it's being terminated early. In other words, the lockdown is going to be lifted a bit earlier than you're expecting. So I don't think it's going to go for the entire 30 days, but I was wrong before. So, I mean, that's, oops, I guess it wasn't good. Okay. So we have 2 votes for change the horse. Okay. Let me know. It takes like 30 minutes to change a horse. It's not bad at all. But yeah, the 10 says the lockdown's going to be lifted earlier than what they say. So I think the numbers are going to start going down. They're going to lift it a bit early. So things are going to be good news is there. But again, you have opportunities sort of at home to where you're focused on things and you can get some things going online and all of that good stuff as well. So the 8 says, don't focus on it, move on to other things. And I think you'll have other opportunities and other good things coming in that particular manner. So yeah, I mean, I do see them lifted it early, but again, I was wrong before. But the devil says, yeah, I mean, that's irritating. A lot of people, and the worst part is it seems that a lot of people were actually getting out and doing things anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to do it anyway. They're like, whatever, I don't care. So, I mean, that's kind of thing as well. You see that in some of on the news and everything, people are just getting out anyway. So I don't know. Being locked down for a long time is very difficult indeed. It is very difficult indeed. So sorry about that, CM. Sorry about that. That's terrible. All right. So Sam, welcome. And Amanda, welcome as well. Let's see, what major changes are coming my way? What are we voting on? Okay, we're voting. Okay, so if you go to my community tab, we have the death, and I did a digital horse. So let me know if you don't like the digital horse, and I'll put in a regular horse. It only takes like about 10-15 minutes to make a regular horse because it's all white. So I would just do a couple of highlights, and then I would digitally put it in. Anyway, if you don't like the digital horse, let me know. All right, movie reviewer is still up, and thank you, Fun King, for your would giving up video games for good improve my life. All right, Fun King, I'm a fellow video game player as well. What are you addicted to there? What are you addicted to? Let's see. Video games gone. Raina, what is going on? All right. Well, hopefully you don't have to give up the video games. Everybody loves that video games. Well, ask Thoth about it. Thoth is good with the video games. I mean, I'm just saying, if there's a deck, Tayra, thank you for your subscription. I greatly appreciate that. If there's a deck that would point to video games for sure, RPGs, okay. So you're doing like, I don't know, what's the last RPG I played? Oh, man. It has been a minute since I played any RPGs. Like Final Fantasy? I don't know. I played Final Fantasy VII. That was pretty good. The new one, Final Fantasy VII Remake, was really good. Anyway, all right. So check it out. Horse on a card. Yeah. Draw your own horse. Yeah, okay. I'll just end up replacing the horse. That's okay. We'll replace the horse. It's all right. See, and I was all excited because the horse on the sun card, I got away with that one. I got away with the horse card on the sun. But the death card, apparently, I didn't get away with it. I tried to. I tried to do that 7 of Swords things where we just sort of sneak in with that. A little bit of sneaking in there. And, well, yeah, I don't know. I was really on the fence about it. But everybody's saying just get that horse and throw it in the trash. That's all good. That's all good. I didn't know you were into video games. I got quite a few video games. I spent probably 200 hours in Breath of the Wild. So 200 hours in Breath of the Wild, probably about 300 hours in Skyrim. So, yeah. I was pretty addicted to video games for sure. Anyway, are we going to give that up or not? Well, it's time to make just a, that's sort of temporary, but it's time to make sort of a temporary a temporary respite from that. So the Jupiter in Libra says, let's chill it out and let's make time for that and have scheduled time for all of that as well. But I don't think it's time to potentially just completely give it up. The moon says that we have a lot of entertainment, a lot of joy. And I think that really sort of brings some good things, brings you some, nice things as well. And if you do online games like WoW, Final Fantasy Online, etc., 14, you have interactions with people and it's fun. It's sort of cool to hang out with people online and your guild and all of that stuff. So that is that's going to be something that you're going to miss if you do it. I mean, that's difficult, especially you spend all these money on games. It's like $50 per game, $60 per game if it's new. So, it's a lot of money invested with that. And the PlayStation 5 is going to be coming out, next year, right? Next year. So that's going to be difficult for you to completely just cut that off. It's going to be difficult to cut that off because the moon says we have the emotional attachment to it. So sort of schedule our time or limit our time with that and have like schedule time that we do. So that way we're not doing a binge video game all night and we have scheduled time that we're going to do it, for these 3 hours or, whatever like that. Angie, welcome. What is going on? And Philippe, welcome back as well. So sort of schedule it out. Get it to where it's limited and you limit it to where you want it to be. And that way you can still play, you can still enjoy it, but obviously you have it. It's kind of like when you're going on a diet and you love ice cream. So you limit yourself to just a certain amount of ice cream and you stick with that. So, one of those things where you don't cheat and you just do it. And it's going to be something still entertaining and still fun for you as well, because you're sort of losing that connection or losing something that you love is difficult. And it's going to be hard to replace it with something else. So, I mean, I'm just saying. All right. Angie, welcome. What is going on? All right. Wolfie wants to know, how do you see a high priestess in a man's love reading? Oh, high priestess is a difficult one. You have a bunch of things you can sort of key off on the high priestess, though. You have a veil. So sometimes, I think it depends on the cards around it, right? So if you have cards about their being secretive, or you have cards about them moving around. So maybe like a 7 of swords, right? We're sort of moving around a bit, or a chariot, something sort of going on. Maybe we have the devil, and then all of a sudden you have the high priestess. Well, the veil in the high priestess sort of points to, some hidden things, or having a barrier between us and sort of the other worldly things and all that. So I see the veil being sort of hiding things sometime as well. It also can be your intuition. It also could be sort of a female authority. I mean, there's a lot of different ways up against that. So, I mean, there we go. Chantel, thank you for your subscription. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Let's see. So, how about a high priestess next to the tower? 3 of Cups, next to the 3 of Cups. So that came up for someone's intentions to me. Someone's intentions to you. I would like to know if a Virgo I've been dating feels about me. Well, it is a Virgo, so good luck figuring those Virgos out. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm a Virgo, so good luck figuring us out. All right, ME wants to know, Virgo feels about me. All right, let's see about that. All right, Jody wants to know, will I talk to T? My message get across to him that I want to say please. Okay, well, let's check it out. Eve's Channel, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Will my job be long-term, or am I focusing on something else? Well, let's check that out after the Virgo. And for the Virgo, we will use one of my favorite romantic Victorians. And Brianna says Virgos are pains. That's right. And Raina doesn't like the Virgos. We're just not liked. We're just not liked. We're like the worst. We're this disliked. Nobody appreciates the Virgo. We just, no respect. Just like Rodney Dangerfield moment. Just no respect at all, We're OCD, and we like it, though. We like being OCD. That's the way we roll. So, I mean, I'm just saying we like being OCD. All right. So let's check out about the mysterious ways of the Virgo, the mysterious ways of the Virgo, you know, how they feel about you or not. The Page of Wands says they're sort of, hey, Kate's Crossing, hello, what's going on? They're sort of interested in some things. The Five of Wands, though, they're going to be a pain in the butt. The Hermit, we have that Virgo feel right there. We have the Virgo feel right there. Bartman, I wish there was a tarot video game. There is. Bartman, there's a tarot video game on the Nintendo Switch. Go check it out right now. Nintendo Switch, there's a tarot video game. Okay, so the Five of Wands, the Hermit, the Two of Cups, I think they have issues with commitment. I think they have issues with sort of, Gracia has a Virgo best friend. Okay, so they have issues with commitment. We sort of see that, right? The Page of Wands, I want to move forward. I have that feel, but I'm just sort of backing off just a little bit from that, right? Because the Five of Wands, I have sort of this internal conflict, or I have some conflict. I don't really want to commit. If I commit, then I'm sort of, doing something totally different than I want to do. I like to do my own thing. The Hermit, sort of that Virgo feel there. The Hermit, I like to do my own thing. I like to do it in my way. I'm a bit OCD because, I'm a Virgo. That's how things go. The Two of Cups is ultimately, I think I'll make a decision about doing that. So I think they'll come around. You have to be patient with the Virgos. You're going to have to let them be OCD. You're going to have to roll with it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to roll with it and sort of figure that out sometimes. And that's going to be difficult. But the Two of Cups says the Virgo will work out. But I do think they like you. The Page of Wands, we like to move forward. The Page of Wands is a bit of a let's move forward, but let's do it slowly and let's be OCD about it, right? Traditional Virgo OCD, Page of Wands. The Five of Wands are having a bunch of conflicts between this and that. The Hermit, they like to do their own thing. And you see this with some Virgo people. I'm just saying I'm Virgo, but you see this with some Virgos. They just like to do their own thing. And they don't really want to be interrupted. They like the way they do it. They like their routine. They're like, sometimes they're like old men, even though they're young, kind of thing. So, it does occasionally happen. But, yeah, I'm sort of an OCD Virgo. So I'm probably the worst possible person you could have in a relationship. I'm just saying. If you're looking for the worst possible relationship with someone, I would be your man. I'm telling you now. I am fantastic in being the worst ever. All right. Let's see. Eve's channel. Let's find out about that. Eve's channel wants to know, job going to be long-term or not? Job long-term or not? Let's figure all of that stuff out. Us Virgos are restrained but deep. That's right. And see, I'm deep because I didn't draw the horse. I'm thinking I'll do it in Photoshop because I got away with it. In the Sun card, I can get away with it again. And nope. I got to go draw that horse tomorrow. I got it already traced out because I was on the fence. But yeah, tomorrow is draw a horse day. That's just what it's going to be. The Light Series Tarot, speaking of which, drawing a horse. Eve's channel, find out about the job and find out about all that stuff. Us Virgos are very loyal and trusting once it is established. That's right. The Virgos got it rocking sometimes. But when they try to get away with not drawing the horse is when the Virgos really fall down. They just fall down. That just happens. She's the only person to ever say that too. Poor tail. All right. We didn't know Wolf was a Virgo. We did not indeed. Now the cat's out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag now. All right. Let's find out about the job situation, because the Four of Cups says we just ain't happy. We're just not happy at all. Well, the job, but long term should focus on something else. You're not happy. Come on, Four of Cups. You're getting some things that you're just not content about. You're just not content about at the job. There's some Robert O'Donnell. The weight is unknown because there is no list. Donations take priority. Then I pick at random. Robert. All right. So the Four of Cups says we're just not happy. We need to go to the job screen. Are we pajama free? We are pajama free. Okay, so the Four of Cups is we're just not happy. We're not content. I think that you wanted to be happy. I think there's a lot of things that you saw that indicated I could be happy. I think things would be all right. Gracia, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. So the Four of Cups says we're just not content at what we're doing currently. The Queen of Wands. Ooh, now we just had the Queen video. The Queen of Wands is the CEO. And we're sort of reversed here. It's like you don't have the power that you need. You don't have the abilities that you need in your job. It's like you're being held back somewhat, right? You have some talents, you have some things that you could be doing, some things that'll be very cool, and you want to sort of just get those done. But the Queen of Wands, you're sort of held back, right? That's a CEO sort of reverse there. We're just not able to get that control, and we're just sort of maybe micromanaged, or we have some difficulty with management. We're just not able to get where we want to be. The Moon says we're looking for something that's going to be better and more established as well. But as far as should you look for something else or not, are we looking for long term? We're looking at the Two of Wands as dominion reversed. Sort of means to me in this particular deck of looking away, looking out, finding other things, you know, sort of the finding other things and looking out and getting some more prospects doesn't look good right now. It seems that I would just stay. Seems staying is pretty good. I think it will work out as being long term. I know we have some difficulties. It's not exactly 100% our passion or anything like that, but staying looks pretty good for now. So it seems like staying is okay. Two of Wands. If it was not there, I would sort of be looking at migrating out, looking at finding some other stuff. But I think it's going to be long term, even though that we have some emotional disconnects. We have some problems sort of there, and we sort of can work through those, though. I think they're fixable, right? They're fixable. It's not something that's going to be just terrible or anything. So anyway, so just hang out there, and I think that's looking good. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. All right, so Gracia wants to know, should my husband go back to work next week? Well, let's check it out. Husband is going back to work next week or not? Let's check it out. I guess they're not locked down. I guess you're not in a state where you're still locked down. Natasha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Is my job secure while survive the budget cuts? Well, that's going to be a good question there. Let's check that out in just a minute. For now, let's go to the tower cam and pick a deck for getting our husband to work. We'll try the slow tarot. It has been a minute since we used the slow tarot. All right. Turn off the tower cam. The button doesn't. That's one thing. Oh, that's one thing about, we'll stay on the job screen. That's one thing about the, about this Stream Deck that I have. You know, you have buttons assigned to certain things, and sometimes the buttons don't work if we're on a different screen. But we're on the job screen right now. We'll check that out and see about going to work next week. Still in lockdown, but it ends Sunday. Well, that's good news. That is good news. Yeah, here in Texas, we're not locked down anymore. But the good news is that we have haircut places opening tomorrow, and I think bars are still closed, but haircut places are open finally, so I won't look like a homeless person anymore, which is always good. All right, so husband go back to work next week or not? That's interesting. We have the Four of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Okay. Entertainment purposes only, obviously. Entertainment purposes only. But, let's see, Robert Adana. All right. So the Four of Cups says that we have mixed messages with that about going back to work. I think we have mixed messages. Some is the, let's see, take care of this real quick. And, okay. So some mixed messages about that. I think that we have maybe some opinions that we should not go back to work, and others we have, you know, maybe we should go back to work, or, I mean, we have a variety of mixed opinions on that. So there seems to be some back and forth on that. So the Four of Cups says, you know, do we take this opinion over here, or would you take that opinion over there, or what's going on with that? So the Queen of Coins says, so as per the video, the Queen of Pentacles is all about, you know, sort of getting things done, but sort of having to be pushed into it. And with this, I think that sort of points to maybe it's time to sort of get into that. It's sort of time to get into that. And the Nine of Cups as well. We have what we need. We have the home thing sort of happening. We have what we need there. And going back to work is going to be beneficial for us. The Nine of Cups is all about collecting things. And when it's reversed, I think that sometimes that we have a lack of a collection, or the need to collect, or the need to get things sort of back into order, right? So we have everything in order with the Nine of Cups. Everything is in its proper place, and when it's reversed, things are not in the proper place and things are not in order. So it's time to sort of get that in order as well. The Knight of Wands says that we could have a bit of difficulty when we go back to work. I think the environment is going to be a little different, and I think the environment may be a bit challenging for the first few days, trying to get things back to normal, trying to get things normalcy again, because a lot of times at work, you're sitting right next to somebody. So when you go back, does that mean that you have a gap in between? If that's the case, then, you know, it may be difficult to get that done, because now you can have half the people sitting in the building or whatever, right? So again, social distancing thing is kind of weird. They have to work it out. All the employers are trying to figure out how to work that out in their particular industry. But the Knight of Wands says we're sort of having some, when we go back, we're going to have some obstacles, or we're going to have some adjustments to be made. But overall, the collection is sort of running dry. It's time to go back to work, and I think going back to work would be beneficial. But again, entertainment purposes only. Please make your own decisions about where to go and what to do, especially with employment. So that is just some entertaining cards there. Anyway, speaking of entertainment only, Natasha wants to know about the budget cuts. Yeah, I think everybody's doing the budget cuts, because a couple of months off has sort of drained the finances dry. Let's see, is my job secure or not? Check that out. All right. Let's see, for this one, we can use the tower cam over here. Let's try for secure job. Let's try the This Might Hurt Tarot. That would be a good one for that, because we just don't know. Wow, we just don't know. All right, tarot cam's off. There we go. Okay, I gotta redo the horse. I gotta redo the horse. I never knew. I tried to get away with it. I did. Brianna, I tried to sneak the digital horse in there. I tried, Brianna. I tried. So luckily it only takes 10-15 minutes to make another one. And then we'll make a beautiful horse, and then we will put it in with Photoshop, and we'll get that rocking. Brianna is sleepy. What is happening with the sleep, Brianna? Did you get any sleep last night? Were you up all night? Whoop, slow tarot. It's not there. All right. Try a different digital one. No, I think I just need to draw it. So I'll do that. I want to start the world card tomorrow as well. So we'll check that out. We got the moon. We got the moon. That's interesting. Okay, so we surviving work or not? We have budget cuts. I think I'll get one more card and try that. The Eight of Pentacles. That is good. See, that one more card really sort of sealed the deal here. I really like that. Okay, so we're looking at the Ten of Swords. I think that we have active cuts going on. If you don't see it, I think they're already sort of planning it. And I think a few things are sort of happening already, right? The Ten of Swords, we have cuts. We have defined cuts. I think they're really looking at who to cut and how to cut it and whatnot as well. The moon says the cycles are being sort of interrupted. So the moon is all about cycles. So we have the same cycle every day. The moon comes around, goes around. It's all about emotions as well, and emotional security and things like that. So with that reverse, it means that there are some doubts. It means there's some people talking, and they're sort of concerned about the job place, and there's a bunch of sort of drama going on in the background, right? The moon reverse points to drama, especially have it some around some cards that are not good work cards, which like the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is sort of the predominantly, I work, I go in, I get things done, it's exciting, and this is, you know, how passionate we are about the work and how good that we can do the work as well. So we like going to work and getting all that stuff done. The King of Pentacles reverse points to that it's sort of a disruption of work because of the moon being reversed. We have that disruption. Things are not going as well as they could. I think we have a few disruptions as far as drama going on. We have some doubts. We have all sorts of things, right? The Ten of Swords points to that as sort of this active thing going on. Now, are you going to survive the cuts? Again, entertainment purposes only, but the Magician says yes. The Magician was the original ending to this. Now, what does that sort of say to us about work? Tara, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Magician says that we have all of the abilities that we need in order to make it. Does that make sense? So the Magician has all of the elements, and it's a major as well. So we have this major here looking really good, and the Magician points to, I have a control and a mastery over the cups, the pentacles, the wands, you know what I'm saying? We have all, in the swords, we have all of these things there, and we're a master of it. So that points us to a stability or the ability to make it when other people won't make it. So it's looking good as far as being a survivor on that. Now, the other card that I pulled, that was the original ending. I pulled one more, and that's the Eight of Cups. Now, what is the Eight of Cups? You have two big job cards. You have the Three of Cups, but the Three of Cups is more of a showy card, right? The Three of Cups is like I'm getting a new job because it's a three, it's a creation, it's a birth of a new job. And it's also showing off because the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, they're you know, putting stuff together, and you have a bunch of people watching them. So that's a show off card kind of thing. Eight of Pentacles points to stability because 8 is a rock solid, stable number. It's a very, very stable number. It's about continuing on. And this person is working. This is the other working card. When we see this in a reading, we're talking about steadiness and stability within the job. You're going to keep working, things keep going. So we have two very positive cards at the end, but the rest of the spread sort of, you know, gives a nod to that, yeah, there's some cuts happening. There's some drama. There's some rumors. I mean, there's a lot of things sort of going on. But, I mean, we had two great cards at the end that points to you being a survivor from within all of that drama. So, good luck, and I hope you the best. All right, Tara, what are the best practical jobs for empaths to make stable income and have, let's see, just do fast food? Have... What? And have little to no communication, or just do fast food? I don't know. So do we have a McDonald's versus empath showdown? Is that what we're looking for? All right, we'll do that. McD versus empath. Okay. So let's see. McD versus empath. Dr. Mystical, what is happening? Dr. Mystical, I did post on my channel the live tarot readings we're going to have this weekend. How many likes do I have? Wait, that has no likes? Oh, somebody needs to like that. Anyway, go Dr. Mystical and check that out. All right, so if you're not aware, by the way, this weekend we are going to have a Dr. Mystical and, let's see, where am I going with this? Dr. Mystical and, let's see, zoomed in. Raina, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. That you're cool like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very generous of you. I appreciate that. All right. Anyway, Dr. Mystical, Mystic Cats, and me are going to teach you about making your own tarot deck. What does it take? How long does it take? How much money does it cost? How much money will you make? Right? And, you know, my first thing is you don't want to do the horse digitally on the death card. You can get away with it on the sun, but the death card, you need to draw it out. That's my first tip. I mean, I'm just, you know, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Okay. So we have a throwdown. Mickey D versus being an empath. Let's check it out. For a Mickey D throwdown, I'm thinking, oh, yeah, we could do this. We could do this right here. This is going to be fantastic. This is going to be great. The Gilded Tarot. Let's check it out. The McDonald's Tarot. Oh, there is McDonald's Tarot? I did not know that. That's funny. How do some of these tarot decks get created? Like the Disney Tarot. The Disney Tarot. I mean, you saw that on Kickstarter, right? Disney is very ruthless about their intellectual property. I mean, you have stories I've read about people that drew a Disney character at the daycare and they got a cease and desist. So how does the Disney Tarot make it on Kickstarter? I don't know how they're getting away with that, but I mean, that's interesting there. Get special and early access to some of his things. That sounds kind of iffy there. Very nice of you. You can also support TO patient. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so we're having a throwdown. We want to be an empath, or do we want to work at McDonald's? All right. I mean, I don't know. Let's find out. Dr. Mystical, what is your gut feel here? Dr. Mystical, what is your gut feel? Empath versus McDonald's. So we have, all right. We have empath over here, and then we have Mickey D's over here. All right. So Mickey D's versus empath. We want to figure out what is the best. Let's see. What is the best practical jobs for empaths to make stable income and have little to no communication, or just do fast food? All right. Okay, we're doing empath and Mickey D. The Hanged Man, if we're looking to do this, the Hanged Man says that we're sort of not doing the empath. We're not in the empath situation that we need to be in. In other words, I think there are other things you can do. There are other avenues that you can do that you haven't explored. Sort of go out of your comfort zone. Let's leap out of our comfort zone and find some things that we can do with that, right? So the Hanged Man says we have the ability, but we're just not taking the right steps. We have the ability, but we're just not in that groove, or not in the right zone for that. Let's hop out of our comfort zone and find something new that's going to be more interesting. The Nine of Cups, the collection of the cups in the background, right? The collection of the cups in the background. I think that you have some ideas before, and we need to sort of pursue those. The Nine of Cups says we have some good ideas. We have some good ideas, whether it be on the internet, whether it be maybe at the local fairs, or things like that. But there's a Disney Tarot. Yes, on Kickstarter, it's majors only. Somebody drew a bunch of Disney characters, and I'm not sure how they haven't had a cease and desist yet. But the Nine of Cups says we collected these things, and the empath is going to be able to do more things, and a variety of more things. Again, sort of, let's leap out of our comfort zone. Let's try some other stuff new. Find out what other people are doing. See if we can try that out. So if we have people online doing readings, maybe we can try online readings. If we have maybe in-person things, once the corona lockdown is up, then we can try those as well. So, like going to fairs and whatnot. Nine of Cups says do that as well. The King of Wands really points to a mastery of what we're doing. So the empath, I think, is going to be great opportunity for you to go out and to get things done and to have some success with that, right? So the King of Wands talks about being successful. So this is sort of like the CEO feel that we had with the Queen, but we sort of can pursue that. We can sort of chase that, though. The King of Wands allows us to be the success and to get things done. So definitely follow this course of action. I think the empath is really going to be something that is going to be good for you, and it's going to be productive as well. All right, so let's read the Mickey D's here. The Two of Pentacles is like the juggling the two buns of the burger. I just don't see that being something that's going to be good for you. The Two of Pentacles, we're juggling it. We're not going to stay long. It looks very temporary. Mickey D's is not going to be our, even though it is an essential business. I mean, I'm just saying, when everything was closed down, McDonald's had a line around the building. I mean, if I was to open up something, I'd probably do Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has a line around the building, and all the way out into the freeway over here. So, if you own a Chick-fil-A, you're doing pretty good with that. The Two of Cups says that, there's that temporary, it's kind of fun, it's kind of new, it's something to do, but the Wheel of Fortune overall says it just gets mundane. that everyday feel. What comes around goes around, that everyday feel, just over and over and over, and it never ends. So that's one of the things with this Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of a good news, bad news thing. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune will point to the fact that it just never ends. You know what I'm saying? You really you're sort of, I really don't like that, kind of thing. But I mean, yeah, there is that. Okay. All right. Brianna says, not so grim. Brianna doesn't like my death card. Brianna, you had to, Brianna had to leap in there. All right. I gotta delete that post. All right. Hang on while I delete the death card. All right. I gotta get rid of it. All right. Post deleted. There we go. The comments survived? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, we're good. All right, Raina, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Again, who was I dreaming with this morning, please? Queen of Water, thank you for your donation. Let's check that out. So you had a dream and you were dreaming with somebody? That is kind of interesting. Let's check that out. Let's see. QW. Who was I dreaming with this morning? Christine, what is going on? It's so good to see you. All right. Let's see. Sam Gartland, welcome. What is going on? All right. What am I doing? Oh, the tower. You know, that death card, that just messed me up. That has knocked me off course. It knocked me off course. But what's never off course is the Shadowland Tarot. There you go. All right. We'll answer Bartman about being a movie reviewer. You know, Bartman's been so patient. He's just here. He's just here trying to find out about the movie reviews. Bartman is going to be Siskel and Ebert. Are there any movie reviewers on TV anymore? Or are they all just YouTube? Because when I go to a movie review, I go to YouTube. And I got like my three. Gracia said, I didn't get to look at the death card. Well, it's now deleted. I'm sorry. It's now deleted. But if you want to get a preview... of what the death card looks like, I'll give it to you. It looks like this. So down here we got the people, and we got the guy, and then we have an invisible horse. He's invisible. He's got special powers. He's invisible, and there's Death up there. So Death is not invisible. He's there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the horse on a separate sheet of paper, and then I'm going to Photoshop it in. And I'll put the horse in there and Photoshop it in. So, I mean, there you go. There we go. That's how it works. All right. Feel he's sting too many times. Okay. So there's your death card. Without a horse, it's invisible, but it's okay. So, who was I dreaming with this morning? The High Priestess. Somebody asked about the High Priestess. Look at that. Movie Bob. Okay. So somebody asked about the High Priestess, and, that's interesting how you interpret the High Priestess in some of these readings. So in this reading, we're asking about who we dreamed with, or do we have the connection with somebody? The 2 says, not only with the numerical, the choices, but 2 is also sort of the joining together, right? So we do have this joining together with the High Priestess power here. So we're looking at sort of within dreams, or within this metaphysical realm, we do have somebody that we sort of joined with inside of a dream, or we had maybe a mutual dream with somebody else. So that's sort of how that's working with the 2. So we have that joining of the 2, right? So like the 2 of Cups has that joining as well, and it's interesting as well. Is myself, what? Who was I dreaming with this morning, please? Is myself. Okay, so the Hermit says that in this, let's see, in Death as well. Oh, Death, see, they didn't draw a horse on here, they just skipped it. I mean, there you go. You were concerned about that horse. Yeah, nobody liked the horse. I got like 1 like or something. Anyway, the High Priestess says we have a joining and a combination of something like that. Now, the Hermit says, I don't think the other person realizes that they sort of had a mutual dream. I think that they sort of created the person out of their imagination, or we have sort of an interesting thing with that as well. So the Hermit also says that you've sort of joined with this person before. You've had dreams with this person before as well. I think you're sort of connected to this person in some way. So I don't think that they are anywhere close to you. I think it's someone from I think it's someone from either far away or someone that is, you know, somewhere else kind of thing, right? Because the Hermit says we don't have a mutual connection with somebody that's close by. So that would be maybe the Two of Cups or the Lovers or something like that, where we have that connection and it's someone, you know, within the realm or within our reach, right? But the Hermit says we're sort of by ourselves as far as the physical thing is concerned. So Ace of Pentacles reversed says it's somebody that you haven't met. It's somebody that you haven't met. It's almost like a different person that that you haven't met before. The Ace of Pentacles is like this new interaction or something, and then the new prospect or what have you. Being reversed is somebody that you haven't met. And we say that because of death. We're sort of moving into a realm to where you're going to have more of a connection. I think you're sort of drawn to this person as well. So we have this connection. We have this person being drawn towards you. And I think overall they're going to have the ability to eventually sort of meet them, and I think you're going to run into them and sort of know that that's the particular person as well. So Death says we have an opportunity eventually at some later date that's going to allow you to meet them and all that good stuff. So I think it's looking pretty good. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. I don't think I've ever had a dream with somebody. I think I've ever had a dream with them. I think I've had a dream of somebody, but yeah, so you have another soulmate coming, I was told. Well, there you go. What type of soulmate did you have coming? Do you have an emotional, a physical, a mental? Did they tell you what type of soulmate it was? I don't know, but that's my theory. So unless they watch my video, maybe they don't know about that. Wheel of Fortune, greeting from Oz. Happy Friday indeed. Happy Friday indeed. It is coming soon. Yeah. All right. So let's see. We got a couple of randoms. All right, so we need to do Bart. Bartman wants to know, why is the Death Horse so terrible? All right, let's find out from Bartman why the Death Horse is so terrible. All right, let's see. How to create your own tarot deck. Well, there you go. All right. So by the way, if you have not seen on my channel, in 40 hours, check that link out. Check that link out. We have me, Dr. Mystical Tarot, and Kathleen, who made a tarot deck on Kickstarter already. We're having a how to create your own tarot deck, and that's going to be pretty exciting. You got 3 different people sort of getting all their sort of opinions, you know, because you're curious, right? So if I sit here and I draw out all this garbage, how much money are you going to make? Right? How long does it take? How do you get funded on Kickstarter and all that stuff? So you're interested, right? I mean, is this something you want to do? That's a monumental effort. Is it going to be something that is worth it? So tune in Saturday at noon Central and check that out. All right. So let's see. Am I going to get back in my house end of June? I hope so. Liz, are you locked down? Back in my house end of June or not? Okay, let's check that out. All right, I think we're ending soon after this. A little bit early tonight. It has been a long day, man. It's been just drama today. Work was just drama. I mean, it was drama from the first 10 minutes. It was drama. Anyway, oh man, I don't even have anything for this. All right. So I'm a bit tired tonight. Would you buy a deck full of only Wheel of Fortune cards? I don't know, maybe. My tenants ran off. Yes, I remember your tenants ran off. So check that out. I'm going to get back in my house at the end of June. So they literally ran off already? So I know they were packing. You said they were getting boxes and stuff. Did they literally run off already? That's interesting. So you're going to get back in there or not? We'll check that out. Hopefully. Wolf, 3 a.m. here. It's going to be an early morning for you indeed. I got like 2 hours sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. Man, and then I had work drama. It was like, okay, at work it was like I ended an emergency meeting call, and then I had another emergency meeting call. And at one point I had to ask which emergency is more important than the other emergencies. So it was one of those days. All right. Yeah, but not admitting it pretty much. Okay. So I'm going to get back in the house at the end of June. The Five of Pentacles, that's not too good. The Six of Swords says we are moving, Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. Because Brianna asked about the High Priestess, we're getting it in every single reading, every one of them. Brianna, you started this. Are you still here? Do you know what you started? Brianna, look what you did. Okay. The Five of Pentacles says that we're having some difficulties with that, having a bit of difficulty sort of getting that back in. I think it's going to be delayed. We're looking at end of June. That is a long time. I think it's going to be a bit delayed. I think that you're going to be a bit on the iffy side, right? You're like, maybe, maybe not, and it's going to go back and forth as far as, is that possible? Is it not possible? And all that good stuff. Now, the Six of Swords. Let's talk about the Six of Swords for a minute. The Six of Swords says that we're moving from a bad place into a better place. Does that make sense? So we have that travel. We are moving. And I know it's sad. Everybody in the boat looks sad. But as far as definitions go, you read any books talking about the six being moving into a better place. And I think that means, because not only that it's a movement card, but you're moving into something that you're more comfortable. You're moving into something that's it's more familiar to you. I think the Six of Swords points to that, right? Now, the Ace of Swords, I think you get sort of this confirmation. We get some of the confirmation from that fairly soon. And again, I think it's a back and forth, but overall, I think that is successful. And Ace of Swords says we get the positive outlook, or we get the positive confirmation to that as well. So, and then we have the Brianna card, which is the High Priestess. How do we read the High Priestess in here? All right, we're moving, we're getting things done, we're moving over. The High Priestess says that we have some news from we have some news about getting in. We go in, I think we're able to get in as well. But we find some interesting things have changed. Some interesting things have changed within the context of where you're going. So back into the house, you have a few things that change that either need to be fixed or need to be addressed, or something has changed a little bit from when you were there last, basically, right? So we have a bit of alteration of the property. Things happen, maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know, probably bad. But you have some fixing to do, or you have some sort of repair to do, or some sort of things to address, right? The High Priestess, the two making those choices, trying to get things back to normal. And I think that's what we're sort of going with that. Anyway, that is my interpretation of the Brianna card, which is ever since Brianna asked about it, we've had it every single reading. So Brianna has made that. And I'm telling you now, it's not my fault, because most people will think it's my fault, because you get the Queen, for example, right? We get the Queen and we snap. And a lot of times people think the Queen is going to do something weird, but they don't. It ends up becoming the Ace. We don't like the Ace, so we need to get rid of the Ace. So what we do, all right, we need to get rid of the Ace. We need to just shuffle things up, need to need to get a couple of cuts and things like that. We can even get a decent shuffle. We can even get, what am I doing? Can even get a decent shuffle as well. And again, do some more cuts, do some things like that. And that will get rid of the Ace. That's all we really want to do. But when you turn it over, the Ace is still there. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. But and people are going to blame me because I false shuffled or I did something like that. But no, the High Priestess card really, really has come up ever since Brianna mentioned it. I'm just pointing out. Anyway, thank you for joining. I appreciate everyone being here, and we will see you tomorrow night.